Hello, hi, good evening. Good evening, everyone. So, guys, welcome to Wallah. And today we are going to discuss some of very important tips, which I'm sorry, today my throat is not quite well, and I'm also not feeling well. But again, this session has to be there, so I have come up to discuss these very important tips which actually toppers do to secure the top ranks, or you can say top 10 or top 100 ranks. So, guys, before moving on, do let me know how many of you are preparing for GATE 2026. How is your preparation going? What are you all doing, and in which areas you are facing difficulties? So do let me know so that we can discuss if there are any specific any specific doubts that you have in your mind. Okay. So moving on to, guys, if you want to secure the top ranks, then there are certain habits which you need to follow, and and these habits are not very like exceptional habits. These are atomic habits. These are very, very small habits that you do every day to achieve those top ranks. So today I'm going to tell you which are the five key areas where you need to have clarity, you need to work on, so that you can get the top ranks. So if we talk about the most important thing that you require for getting a top rank, is, since this is an exam, there is a syllabus for it. So the most important thing, the thing is the study. So the study which you are going to do should be very focused studies. So, guys, this is an area where you all feel that, or you might have felt in your in your life as well, that sometimes we tend to study for 10 to 12 hours, but the output is nothing, nil, or it's very low. So instead of studying for very large durations and having a very less output, it is better that you study for very small time, but it should be focused study. Okay. So when we talk about the focus study, that means what does a topper do? When he is studying, they study distraction free. What do you mean by distraction free? When I say distraction free, that means your whole mind is working on the concept which you are learning. So by doing this, what happens is your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, both are focusing on one thing. Okay. So when both of your minds are focusing on one thing, that the concept gets imbibed in your subconscious mind. See, the most important mind that I feel, the section of the mind that I feel, is the subconscious section. Okay. Because it is that section which stores your most of the memory which you see, because this is a very powerful mind. Instead of conscious mind, I feel subconscious mind is much uh, uh, important, and that does a lot of work. Okay. So when your subconscious mind is saying something, or when it is looking, or it is studying, at that time what happens is the things gets imbibed in your mind. So the most important thing that toppers do is they study for durations, and in those durations they do focus study. That means they only focus on one thing. They try to conceptualize everything in that time, and then they study. Okay. Most of you might have felt that whenever you are studying, your conscious mind is in maybe in the phone if you are watching live lectures on laptop, but your subconscious mind is having some ideas. Oh, what happens if I go there? Let's go today. This movie is released, so let's watch it. So, guys, when you see these things, no, your subconscious mind is thinking about movie, your conscious mind is watching the live lecture. So it does not work that way, and you see that you cannot focus on your studies, you cannot think completely about the movie, because both of your minds are moving in different directions. So it is better that you focus only on one thing. So instead of studying for 12 hours, in which you think 6 hours about the video and then 6 hours you are out. It's better that you study only for 6 hours, where you do focus study, and remaining 6 hours you go out, you enjoy, you do whatever you want to do. If you want to do physical exercise, do that. If you want to sleep, do that. Okay, so it is much better that way. So guys, what toppers do is they study in intense distraction free blocks of 2 to 3 hours. So let's say if you want to study 6 to 8 hours, then you can make 3 or 4 blocks of 2 to 3 hours, because it is that time where your mind feels starting getting tired if you are doing the focused study. Okay, how it helps you? So it builds your, again I have already told you, when your conscious and subconscious mind both sorry guys, when both of your minds are working, you build concept depth and you retain those concepts. Okay. What are the toppers tricks? Toppers tricks, what they do is they make physical notebooks. They keep their phones outside. They keep their phone in silent mode. They don't think about. See guys, there is very important thing that you need to understand, that if even if you keep your phone in other room, but your subconscious mind is thinking about the phone, then it is not going to work that way. It is better that you keep your phone besides you only, keep it in silent mode, but you focus everything on what you are learning. So that is much important. So I feel this is the most important thing that you need to practice, because if you are able to do the focused study, then the first important thing is that you have understood the concept. Now once you have understood the concept, the second thing comes is application of that concept and revision of that concept. So when we see application, what do I mean when I say application? So whenever a concept is taught to you, try to get the feel of the subject. Try to understand what all things are there around me which work on that concept. Okay, so those things in your life, in your practical life, you might be able to see all those things. Okay, so you have to visualize everything in your mind, or you have to see everything, that how these things happen, so that you have to think about it. Okay, so when we talk about when we talk about what toppers actually do is, just when they have revised, or just when they have studied a topic, they revise it within 24 hours and they practice a lot of questions on that topic. So the second thing is, apart from studying, the second thing that you have to do is revision plus practicing questions on that topic. If you practice questions on that topic, then you will learn you will learn about that concept, and once that concept is understood by you, your subconscious mind stores a memory of that topic. Okay, so I feel this is the second important thing that you should do, because it should always go into your permanent memory, where it should be stored such that, okay, yes, I know this concept. And once you have learned that concept, you have to revise it within 24 hours. So there is a revision cycle which says 24 hours, then 3 days, then 7 days, then 15 days, then 31 days. So you have to revise those topics which you have studied in this time duration. So guys, two things we have discussed. First is the focus study, and second is the revision and concept applications. Okay, now let's go to the third hurdle. So now once you have done the questions, now comes the third part, that is the test series, tests, and actually solving those questions after, let's say, 1 month or 2 months. Okay, so when you are solving questions after 2 months, 3 months, then the actual test of your memory, the permanent memory which you have stored, starts. Okay, it is when you need to see how much you have built the concept. Okay, so the third thing that you do is, while appearing for test, when you appear for the test, your actual memory is seen, that how much you have understood the concept or how much you know the concept. And that is where you need to say or you need to see where you are making the mistakes. So the third important thing is analyzing the tests and then understanding what mistakes you are making, because those same type of question are going to be there in exam. And once you are sitting in that exam, you should not make the same mistake that you made today. Sorry. Okay, so that you have to understand, that analysis you have to do. So how can you do that analysis? So whenever you are attempting those tests, you have to identify which are the areas where you are weak. Okay, and whichever the area you are weak, you should revise those topics or revise those areas on a date, not on a day-to-day basis, but on a regular basis. Let's say 15 days or weekly, you should revise those concepts, because once you have revised them multiple times, then only you will understand the topic. The second thing that you can do in this is again appear for the test after 15 or 20 days. So now what happens is, once you have appeared for a test today, and you have made some mistake, you have understood you revisited those topics where you made the mistakes. And once you revisit, you understand the concept clearly. And now after 15 days, if you reappear for that test, you will realize that whether you have understood that concept or not. Okay, so this is a very powerful tool that you can do, though it is slightly difficult to do this, but you can do. Okay. The third is, every mistake happens only once. You should not focus, or you should not attempt or make a mistake twice. If you are able to make mistake only once, if you learn from your mistakes, then guys, you will be able to achieve very good score. Okay, so this is the important thing. So we have talked about focus study, we have talked about application, we have talked about the test series. Now let's go to the fourth important, that is discipline. So in discipline, there are actually two disciplines that we talk about. One is the self-discipline, and other is the time discipline, though both of these are interlinked. If you talk about self-discipline, that time discipline automatically comes in. Okay, discipline is very important part of your preparation. If you stay focused, if you stay disciplined, if any day you have to appear for class at 7 o'clock, you should be dot in the class at 7 o'clock. Understand? See guys, my health is not good, but this session was at 8 o'clock and I had to take it. I am disciplined. I did not say cancel this class because I am not feeling well. I might have said that I am not well for last 2-3 days, but still I said, okay, 8 o'clock session is there, I'll take it. I could have said no. And that is the reason why I say you should be very focused, you should be very disciplined. Okay? Even if you are suffering from fever, if you have some important work, so everything else which is not your studies should be kept on the lowest priority. Understand? If you have to watch a lecture, you have to do it. If you have to study 8 hours, let's say if you are not well, you can study for 4 hours, but don't do that you don't study. Understand? So it is very important, guys. You have to be very disciplined. Okay. So when we talk about the discipline, the first thing that we talk about is you should have a proper discipline of your class. You should have daily routines, and at the end of the day, when you are going for sleep, you should see whether you have achieved those goals or not. You should have daily goals, you should have weekly goals, you should have monthly goals. I will finish this subject in 1 month. Then again, I will finish first 2 chapters in this week, next 2 chapters in next week. And in those 2 chapters, I will study so topics. I will attempt 100 questions. So this is what is your time schedule. Okay? So at the end of the day or week, it should be very clear whether you have done that topic or not. You decided that you will attempt, or you will reach at one point, and whether you have reached there or not. So guys, this is again a very important thing that most of you must realize. And now let's go to the last thing. In all these 4 things, what you are doing is you are loading your mind a lot. Okay? And in this process, your mind would be most tired. So you have to take care of it, because it is ultimately the mind which is doing everything thing. Your body is sitting at one place, probably your hand is only moving. The other things are not moving. So it is your mind which is doing 95% of your work. Okay. So you have to keep health of the mind also good. So in that health, when I say what you have to do is you have to make a balance in your life with some of the things which can relax your mind. Is the first is you should take small breaks between those 2-3 hours intervals that we have talked in the first. You should listen to music, you can do yoga, you can do physical exercise, at least have half an hour or 20 minutes for that, so that you relax your mind. Okay. And the last thing is this is very important. Okay. The things which are not good for studies, leave those. If your friends are hampering your studies, leave those. If there is something which is hampering you, there is something which is bothering you, there is something which is coming in between your studies, try to avoid it. Okay. There could be few examples, like most of the students say. Okay. So what are the common things which can come in the last part? So you might be staying at home. When you are staying at home, there are advantages of it, that your mother gives you food, you don't have to cook your food, you say whatever you want, and you get it. But there are negative sides of staying at home also. You get distracted very fast. Your mother can pop in anytime, and at that time your mental state would be disturbed. Okay. Your mom is talking to somebody, and you are overhearing things which you might want to put up some thoughts on. So that is a sort of distraction. So you can remove all this distraction by, you can take a room outside your house, let's say 2-3 kilometers at a distance. You can take a very small room, you can study, you can stay over there, you can come to your house on, let's say, Sunday in evening for 2 hours, 3 hours. So these are some of the things that you have to manage. Okay. So guys, this is what I wanted to tell you. These are the most powerful habits which, if you are able to inculcate, you will surely get good rank. There is no doubt in that, and you will get all your dreams achieved. Okay. I see there is a comment. Akash is saying, sir, I will start my gate preparation for November 24th. For the next 13 months, will I be able to secure in the top 5? Yes. No problem. If you are starting in November also, there is no issue. Starting in December also, there is no issue. 2027 is the target. Absolutely no problem. Okay. So with this, we have come to end of today's session. If anybody has got any other doubt, probably you can ask it, and I'll be I'll be able to answer to your doubt. Okay. In case if those of you who are going to watch it later, not live, guys, you can put it in the comment box. If you put in the comment box, those comments I'll get, and then I'll try to answer. Okay. So I hope I have given you something new today. So guys, try to inculcate these habits, and then you will see the improvement in first month only. Okay. So try to build these habits. Sir, is it necessary to do internship? Not necessary. If not required, so generally internship people don't ask in the let's say interviews. सर इंटरव्यू के लिए नहीं पूछते हैं, they don't ask it. Okay. Hemant, there is some question that you have. Okay. In the meantime, when Hemant writes, sir, now definitely I will go. Okay. It's okay. Sir, I will see all the recorded lectures from my batches race, so I'll get top 5 in 2027. Yeah, no issues. If you watch recorded lectures also, then there is no issue. Sir, I got 35 marks. So Hemant, if if you are still struggling with the marks, increasing in your marks, then let me tell you that you are lacking the most important thing. That is the first thing. You are not understanding the you have not understood the concepts well. So if your marks are consistently low, that means you don't understand the engineering. you are not able to apprehend what are the different topics and what is the concept behind any of the engineering topics. So first try to understand. There is no point in attempting test. There is no point in attempting or giving revision if you don't understand the topic. So first try to understand what does the concept say. If you have understood fully, then only try to go ahead. And while understanding, there is one very important thing. Today I was taking one of the engineering services mock interviews, and I got to realize one thing, guys. This is very important for everybody. I asked a question, and then the answer which I got from the student was something which a teacher has told. So when teachers tells you that this is how things happen, you should question the teacher. You should question yourself. Why only cylinder? Why only sphere? Can it happen for maybe rectangular objects? Can it happen for elliptical objects? Can it happen for pointed objects? So these are the sort of question that you need to ask to understand every concept. When I say Bernoulli theorem has three components. Why we apply Bernoulli theorem only to fluids? Why this? Why only the pressure term? When we say total energy means nuclear energy, molecular level energies, electrical energy. Do we account those energies in Bernoulli equation? No. So you have not actually understood the concept well. If you have not understood the concept well, you cannot apply the Bernoulli equation. If there is a question which is not straightforward, you are going to make a mistake. So the most important thing is you have to understand the concept. Why? Always ask why, how, what. If you ask these three questions, then only you will become a good engineer, otherwise not. Sir, what is the best time to watch the recorded lectures? I feel lectures should be watched in evening after 8 o'clock, 8 to 10, 8 to 11. I feel this is a good time. Many of the students watch it in morning also. That is also a good time. There is nothing specific. You have to see for yourself which time you feel good. Okay. So with this, for working professional, how can we crack 2026? So Mission Bob. If you have already started preparing, then I would recommend that in the time that you have after your office, you utilize that time for revision and answers, attempting questions, test series. So try to maximize your revision and question practice. Okay. If you have if your course is over, then this is what is the strategy that you need to follow. But if your course is not over, if you have if more than 50% of your syllabus is still pending, then I would recommend that you target 2026 with the limited marks. 50 to 70 marks only you target. You don't focus on 100%. It is very important to have a thorough concept, a thorough knowledge of one concept as compared to a very vague knowledge on 5 topics. Because GATE is an exam which does not let you clear, or which does not let you get the answer if you don't have a thorough knowledge. Okay. Sir, what is, I am making silly mistakes in statement based question. So if you are getting 35 marks, that does not mean that you are making silly mistakes in statement. Statement based questions are hardly 2, 3, not more than that. So you should get 90 marks. If you are getting 35 marks, that means you are not able to understand, you are not able to get the answers of the questions. Okay. Okay. So with this, let's stop it over here, guys. I hope I have been able to answer a few of your questions. If you still feel that you have doubts, you can connect with me on Telegram, and I can tell you the answers. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.